Hi Caroline, you asked how I knew that your order was wrong. When I looked across the middle here, I saw it went 2, 4, 6, and that really wants to be in order. So you've got 4 there, this wants to be 3, and that wants to be 5. So looking here in the corner, I can see 3. So it's gone from 1 to 2 to 3, and that's wrong. That's why we're getting the arrow here. So what it really wanted to do was go from 1 to 2 to 3, so it could go to 4, and then this ought to be 5. So this is why you've got this in the corner. So it wanted to be 5, 6, 7. So that's how I could tell you to change the order. Now, if we look at one that I've got similar, which I've sort of corrupted, we can look at what the different options are in here. So looking here, it's very confusing to see because it's all so tight. So this is where the zoom comes in. I'm going to zoom into maximum. Oh no. Zoom in here, there. Okay. Then you can scroll across here by clicking. Now we can see a bit better of what's going on. The numbers in the yellow circles are the order it's stitching. So at the minute, it's going from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, 5, 6. So this order is obviously wrong because we've got all these nasty jump stitches here. So we want to change the order of here. So I'm guessing that we want to go from there, jump stitch down the side to 2, jump stitch down the side. So this then becomes 3. So we use this option down here so that whatever's in here will go into the number that we click on. So if I change that to 2, because I want to change that to 2, and click on there, it's now removed that jump stitch from here, those messy ones, because it's now going from 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, so that's exciting. It's very important that you don't click on the yellow circle until it's highlighted with that red round it. So, because if you do, let's zoom in a bit more so we can see. You can miss it and cause unexpected consequences. So here, if you missed and clicked on the line, when you click on the line, what it does is it reverses the stitch direction. So at the minute you can see it's starting from the green, going to go up there and end there, and then come down to there. In this instance, you do want to click on it to reverse that direction, because at the minute, because it's ending at that point, you're going to get an extra stitch. So if I click on there, on the line, you see that stitch has moved now because it's going from there to there to there to there. So if I click on the stitch here again, you see you get an extra line added in. So what you can do is do auto reverse, and that should hopefully correct it all for you. Okay, so that's clicking on the line. As you're going through this, if you have a jump stitch which you like, if you click on the blue dot, it will remove it. And so now that section's become section 1 because I've removed there, and 3's become 2. If I remove that one again by clicking on it, this whole section's going to become section 1. Okay. If I come down the other end, if it is confusing, often these numbers can be on top of each other. You can use these arrows to move them further around the line so that you can identify which line is actually. So here, where that 10 is on the join, it could be that section or it could be that section. By using the arrows, it's obviously that it becomes that section. The show option here means that you're only looking at the section which is showing. So I've got 9 there, so it's only highlighting 9. The other thing, let's put that on. The other thing to do in here is the trim line one. When you have show trim lines there, it shows the dots so that you can click on it and remove. If you untick that, you'll just get the line. You won't be able to click on the dot to remove. But sometimes useful. I'm just removing those. The other way to remove a join like that one is to check for breaks. Let me unzoom and animate stitching. So, yes, I want to remove that one. Yes, I want to remove that one. Oh, hang on, I'm clicking the wrong button. Let's go yes, 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 no, 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 no. So remove those. So that's another way. The other option is once you're happy with the design and there aren't any bad jump stitches, you can do remove all. It's now going to ask you, do you want to connect the first and last points? No, we don't, because that would put a line right across the centre of the panto. So we're saying no. And then you're there. So hopefully that's explained some of the features. Good luck.